This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
This is Gordon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Najee Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Rolling to his right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And Deontay Johnson has seen his share of targets increase in his first 2 years in the league, and last year finished with 88 catches. Continuing to work on grabbing everything that comes his way. A nice catch there.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Harris. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That swung out wide to Harris. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Being chased out left, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Fighting through. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, this is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Stays on his feet. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. On first down, Gordon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Bridgewater will try and throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd down and 8.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Both of them. He's checking crack. Check 31. Check 31.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. Runs over him. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
It's the score.
Well, now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Bridgewater to throw. Buying time to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Here's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Garrett Bowles, second-team All-Pro last year, guilty there.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
McManus's point after is good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done.
It's caught inside the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle